Welcome to Freezer Milk Podcast. I'm your host, Bridget, along with my husband, Chris. Weekly, we talk about being parents, what happened that week. It's basically our therapy session to vent out everything that we went through. We are boy parents. We have 3 boys, Enzo, Rhett, and Arlo. And if you'd like to get to know us a little bit better, you can check out our website, freezermilk.com, or follow us on Instagram at Freezer Milk Podcast. We also have YouTube and TikTok, Freezer Milk. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope you enjoy. Hello, hello.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, we're a day late.
Day late, dollar short.
It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a rough week.
It hit me that my maternity leave is up when I had like a chiro appointment this week, and she was like, oh, let's book you for 2 weeks out. And she gave me the date, and I was like, I'm already back to work at that point. Oh my gosh.
How do you feel, as far as your maternity leave is gone and the time off? Do you feel like accomplished, or you need more time, or?
I mean, obviously I need more time.
Yeah, everybody needs more time.
But it went way too fast. Like in the beginning it was going slow, and I was like, oh, I got plenty of time. Then all of a sudden I was like, it's gone. Like it flew by. But like at the same time, Arlo's almost 4 months old. Holy moly, it's flying by. So I feel like it was good though. I feel like I got a lot of rest. I had a ton of bonding time. It's going to be a huge adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, at least you don't actually have to go into an office.
Yeah, thank God. Whew. That would be really hard. But just a big adjustment to get back into a groove of, a normal 8-hour workday.
Yeah. Good luck.
So that I think kind of threw me off this week a little bit, where it made me a little bit grumpy.
Well, the kids have been extra. I've been busy. I've been grumpy. We've noticed that we like feed off of each other, and then if I'm grumpy all the time, then you start to become grumpy. So it was like Enzo said the other day when what was it, Monday or whatever, he came into my office and he was like, "Why are you grumpy all the time?" I was like, "I am not grumpy."
Yeah.
I was like, "Jeez." I'm like, "No, I'm tired. I'm worn out."
Yeah.
Physically and mentally. I mean,
But what did you do that was so, so important?
I talked to him later, because it kind of set my mood for the day.
Yeah.
And it kind of ruined my day.
It did. And I encouraged you to talk to him because you vented to me about it.
Yeah, so I went and talked. I pulled him aside and said, "Hey, man, kind of want to talk to you and let you know what was going on and why this upset me and how it offended me and whatnot." Because I thought that was important. He needs to be doing the same stuff when somebody in his life offends him, talking to him about it.
Or hurts his feelings.
Yeah. Or hurts his feelings, yeah. I mean, talking to him about it and, trying to work through it and not just, harboring it and hoping it goes away.
And I think it's important for him to realize, just because we're the parents doesn't mean that expressing that our feelings were hurt to somebody is, beneath us,
Right.
Just like we will apologize to him if we feel like we've stepped out a line or something. We'll apologize to him, hey, I'm really sorry I acted that way.
Yeah, and he actually had an incident, a couple weeks back with his stepmom, where he was frustrated with her, but she didn't know.
Yeah.
Because of something she was doing. To us, it's not that big of a deal, but to him, it was a big deal. So I had encouraged him that night, the night before he went back to his dad's house, to talk to her about it so that she knew. Because I told him, I was like, hey, it's not necessarily fair to her that she has no idea why you're upset with her, and you don't tell her,
Yeah.
But so all in all, yeah, I think he took it to heart, and hopefully moving forward, it's... Yeah.
You tired there, sir?
I am exhausted. Hopefully moving forward, it's just second nature to him.
Yeah,
when he's talking to people. Because otherwise, he's going to get offended. He's going to get his feelings hurt.
We still do.
Every day, I get my feelings hurt at work all the time. I'm a big old baby.
Yeah, you do.
But
It's okay. It's because you take a lot of pride in your work.
Yeah, I care. I think I care to a fault.
My coworkers, or my partners at work, invited me to a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
Maybe. It's like a Brazilian barbecue.
Nice. You should go.
So,
when is it?
I think it's right before I go back.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, you gotta love those. Those aren't awkward.
It's the people I like.
I'm very fortunate that no one from my team lives here.
Yeah.
Everybody's spread out. East Coast, West Coast.
This is my, so I support our LATAM team. This is like my LATAM people are coming in from out of the country.
Oh, so yeah, you like them.
Oh yeah, they're super nice people. So, they told me
yeah,
today.
you're in for a rude awakening when you go back because a lot of things have changed. Your boss isn't there anymore.
No.
Roles might have changed a little bit.
Expectations.
Expectations are changing.
Yay.
But you're working on some stuff on the side too.
Working on your business for you.
Yeah.
Helping you out with that while I'm on leave a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will take off soon.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, it'd be really nice.
Speaking of Enzo, we have had a very mild winter for respiratory for him. I cannot remember the last time in the last 8 years that his dad has texted me and been like, hey, I need to get the nebulizer now. That was kind of concerning to me yesterday.
Yeah.
Because for his dad to say that, I worry much quicker than a lot of people about Enzo with his breathing. And again, I don't know that if I can remember the last time in Enzo's life that his dad has reached out to me when he's at his dad's and been like, hey, I need to get the nebulizer. I need it now. I will leave my house right now.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking back on that, and I was like, man, there was, quite a sense of urgency around that. If you think about it.
Yeah, I was on the phone, and he was, trying to talk to me, and I'm like, hey,
Sorry.
sorry about that. But anyway, have you followed up with
I did.
how he's doing? Or?
Yeah. He said by the time he got home with the nebulizer, the wheezing was getting a little bit better. And then he gave him the nebulizer treatment, and it, took right care of it.
Poor kid. He's like you with living here.
Yeah. My body doesn't love Arizona.
So many foreign species that have been crossbred and planted here.
Whereas Rhett to yell, airplane, airplane.
Right.
We're sitting outside because the weather's really nice.
For now.
For now. It'll get hot soon. But there's an airplane flying over. You can probably hear it in the background.
But yeah, that is kind of scary. Especially with him. We've spent so much time in and out of hospitals with him.
Yeah, he desats, his respiratory just plummets so quickly. When it decides to go bad, it goes bad very quick.
We're very fortunate with the two new ones, or with Rhett and Arlo. We don't see those issues.
Yeah. Man, I was all in my feels today. Whew. I was holding Arlo, and I was just staring into his eyes. And I, got teary-eyed just thinking about, how sweet he is, and how extra sweet he is, and how he probably has some Avery sweetness in him from our rainbow baby, or our baby that's not with us. Not our rainbow. Arlo's our rainbow baby. And then also just just how sweet he is and how he's our last baby and just trying to soak it all up, and it got me all teary-eyed.
How much does he love laying on the mat in the backyard?
Oh my gosh, he loves it.
He can be completely pissed off, freaking out, and we can open up the door and go outside. Same with Rhett.
It has to be in the evening.
Yeah, it has to be in the evening. It can't be hot out or in the sun and shit.
Yeah, it can't be sunny. He doesn't do it if it's sunny. So in the evening, post 5 p.m.
But you take him out, and he just lays down on his mat, and he just looks up the sky and just loves it.
Loves the breeze.
Rhett's that way, too. He loves being outside.
Oh, my God.
And then we got Enzo, who we have to force to go outside.
So I was all in my feels today. So I'm, getting teary-eyed, looking at Arlo, because I'm just oh, my gosh, my heart is exploding with love for you. It's amazing. And then, this afternoon, right before our nanny left, I was Rhett was being fussy. And so I gave Arlo to our nanny, and I picked up Rhett, and I like put on some music on the Alexa, and just started like bouncing and, you know, dancing with him, and I was holding him on my hip and like, you know, like galloping back and forth on the hallway and doing twirls, and, you know, we were blasting out, you know, Let It Go from Frozen, and he was rolling laughing. He thought it was just the funniest thing ever, and he was so in love with everything in that moment of like, because I kept spinning him, like twirling a little bit, and he would just throw his head back and like let himself just be fully spun around, and like just loved it and had the biggest smile and just kept giggling and kept looking at me like, this is everything I wanted in life.
And yet this entire week I've been like struggling with Rhett and, you know, Arlo, and
he just wants goofiness.
It's, well, yeah, I know.
But it's funny because you've been struggling with it today. I was like, I'm in love.
Right. But I mean, you can't be goofy all the time.
Yeah.
You know? And it's that 80-20 rule, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have my moments with both of them, and I'm like, wow, you know, they're pretty fucking awesome. And then I have my moments where I want to fucking blow my hair out, but...
It's a tough season right now with them. It's just a lot.
They're just young.
Yeah.
Both of them.
It's a lot.
Having 2 under 3, and then 8-year-old, and then trying to work jobs and businesses, and it's just exhausting. It's tiring. A lot.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier today. Like, we feel the toll on us.
As a couple.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't really... Like, yes, we live in the same house, we work together, we work at the same house, you know, we're always around each other, but we don't really get one-on-one time. Even when we go on our dates, we take Arlo.
Yeah.
So, you know, the focus isn't on me and you, the focus is on the baby, because at the end of the day, we got to make sure that baby goes where we go, so that means strollers and diapers and bottles, and,
yeah,
you know, you're still pumping, so, you know, it's not, the focus isn't me and you, the focus is still on a child.
Yep.
So, and I think that's where...
And in the evenings, like, we're just worn out.
That's kind of what I texted you earlier this evening, because I've just been, the past 4 days, I've just really been struggling.
Yeah.
And
I could tell.
And it's worn on me. And so I finally texted you tonight and just said, hey, you know, you were telling me about something else. And I was just like, hey, here it is. This is how I'm feeling. You know, I'm tired.
High five to couples that will text each other and, like, voice their, like, feelings. Because we are absolutely that couple where if we're really in our feels, sometimes it's easier for us to, like, write it all out in a text to each other versus try to say it or talk about it with each other.
Yeah. There's just so much distraction throughout our day. Like, you're on the phone, I'm on the phone, there's babies, there's Rhett, there's this, there's that. And me and you don't ever really, like, we really don't get to... And by, you know, in the evenings, we're working on whatever, you know, working on business stuff or... Podcasts or, you know... We don't really just
pumping.
Get to... Yeah, you're pumping, or by that time we're just so exhausted that we sit back and throw something up on Netflix and, you know, we don't
just trying to decompress.
Yeah, we're just trying to, like, shut off our brains, like... And I get up early and, you know, we don't really get that opportunity to just sit there and talk one-on-one. So, even if you're doing it through text, I recommend doing it. Just making sure you're getting out what's in your head.
Mm-hmm. Again, like, I'm someone who, you know this about me, if I'm, like, really, like, feeling something, like, I need to be able to have the space to text it to you, because that's easier for me than and then talk about it versus trying to, like, express it with talking to you about it immediately.
Yeah, which you do quite frequently.
Yeah. What else been going on?
Well, we're trying to figure out a vacation.
It's so hard.
It really is, because, you know, you have to, like, choose, like, do we go on a week that we have Enzo? Do we go on a week we don't have Enzo? Do we try and afford to bring a nanny? Yeah. You know, like, it's a lot of work to go on a vacation with 2 kids. With
and
one
then we're
kid.
like, hey, it's easier if we drive somewhere because of the fact that, like, we can load all the shit that we need in the vehicle. neither of our younger children like the vehicle right now.
No, they're at phases where they just don't like being in it.
No. Arlo has just entered the phase of he does not nap in the car unless he's absolutely distraught.
Yep.
But otherwise, he will not nap in the car, and when he does, it's a short nap. It's like 20 minutes.
And for anybody that's been stuck on the road with a screaming baby,
Last thing you want to do is be like, we're going to do a 6-hour drive to go to the California beach real quick.
Right.
With a baby. So then you're like, okay, well, maybe we'll fly somewhere. But then you're like...
It costs fucking...
I got to rent a car.
$5,000 just to get on airplanes.
You know, I have to deal with small children on the airplane. I got to deal with hauling all of their gear through the airport. So then we're like, you know.
And then you brought up something tonight. You're like, we should have Rose, our doula, and friend come by one night and just take Arlo and take Rhett, and me and you go do like a mini staycation somewhere. I like that idea.
I like that idea. I still like, I'm like, you know, like if Arlo gets up multiple times during the night for some reason.
You're not going to go far.
No. And like...
Shit, I don't care if we go down to the fucking Hilton down here, down by the fucking Jack in the Box and get a room and take a nap.
All right. That's what I was trying to figure out. Is I'm like, well, what time would we actually leave for this? Because like, it's a lot to be gone from both kids from like 4:00 in the afternoon till like 10 a.m. the next day or noon.
Well, maybe we'll do this. You can stay here with the kids. I'll do a mini staycation.
Sir, I have offered to fly you out different places with your flight credit, and you will not take me up on it. That flight credit is expiring.
You'd make me feel guilty.
You'd call
me and be like, it's been such a horrible day. It's awful. And I'd be like, fuck.
I promise I won't call.
Well, I'm having a horrible time drinking my pina colada.
Toes in the sand.
Toes in the sand.
Not a care in the world.
Yeah.
No, you definitely would feel guilty.
Mm.
And then you'd miss us, and it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I can get an expense paid, and just go to one of these projects I got for work.
Go do work.
Right, and I can just go do work. Then I wouldn't feel guilty because I was out there for work, not for pleasure.
It's funny because we're around each other all the time. To the point now where like we are so used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be weird if one of us went back to the office or something.
Or even just, I'm saying like, if
traveling.
one of us, was to like go travel somewhere without the other one.
Well, I mean, I used to do it all the time. You kind of got used to it, but
you haven't in a while.
I haven't. I've decided, since before Christmas.
Yeah, because I think you stopped traveling.
I stopped traveling
in October?
in November.
Yeah.
Late November.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
And I just haven't gone back.
About 5 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll come.
I'm sure.
I'm sure I'll be on an airplane before you know it. I haven't missed the airports.
No, they're a little crazy right now. They're a little crazy right now, for sure. I talked to my sister the other day.
Yeah, those are the most awkward conversations.
You text me mid-conversation for like, are you related to this person?
Well, it was just weird. Like, I don't know. She gets these jobs and she quits. Yeah. And she goes to school to get her master's or whatever, and she quits. And I'm like, that's like the complete opposite of you. I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. That's why I asked. I was like, are you guys even fucking related? Because you are the most motivated, ambitious individual I've ever met in my life. And you are driven, and you get shit done.
Yeah.
Like, you get shit done, and you don't quit. So, I don't know. It was just a very weird, awkward conversation. I'm not
as awkward when I talk to people.
I've never talked to her on the phone. I've never met her, and I'm just like, And what, we have 2 kids together, been together for 5.5 years, you know. Like, if she was walking in front of me at the zoo, I wouldn't be able to fucking...
I mean, you've seen pictures of her.
I couldn't, yeah.
You probably wouldn't. You probably still wouldn't be like, oh, that's, your sister.
No.
Wouldn't cross your mind. It's just the conversation flow is painful.
It really is.
It It is not natural. It is like such a forced...
It's very forced.
Yes. And I like, on one hand, I'm like, okay, I appreciate that there's an attempt being made, but it's so fucking forced that, like, why are we making this attempt? Do you really care about anything going on in my life? No.
No, half the time when she calls you, she's not paying attention to what you're saying.
No.
But
It's just... It's crazy to think that we're 2 years apart and can be so different and so distant from each other.
Well, me and my sister aren't all that close, but it's not as bad as you and your sister.
She's at least met me and met our children.
Yeah, that's true. She comes by every once in a while or invites us out.
I feel like every probably like 8 months we see her, give or take.
Yeah, she comes by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just, it's a struggle to talk to her.
Shit, you've talked to my sister more than I've talked to yours.
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely. I've talked to my, like, future kind of sister-in-law-ish. Because I consider my cousin kind of like my brother.
I was like, wait.
I'm like, who?
Who are you dating?
No.
We're getting married too?
No, my cousin, who is very much like a brother to me, his fiance.
Yeah.
I talk to her all the time.
That wouldn't be your sister-in-law, would it?
If I view him like a brother.
Wow, okay.
Like, I do view him like a brother. Like, I talk to him a couple times a week, probably. Every week. He talks to you? It's more than my own sister
Did you ever
does.
figure out when he's coming back out?
No, not yet.
He's gonna bring his fiance, no?
Yeah? Yeah?
I always like it when he's here. Nice guy.
He's a great house guest.
Yes, he is. Very quiet, very neat.
His mom's really amazing.
Likes
too.
Mexican food.
Mm-hmm. And sushi.
And sushi. Yep.
Very-
So,
Very chill.
yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of expectations when he comes here. He's not like, oh yeah, let's go sightseeing. No, he's just
Let's
like,
go
I'm
to the
good.
Grand Canyon,
No, he's
which
like,
is a 5-hour drive.
no, he's like, here, let me have the baby. I'm like, all right, here you go.
Right, or let me take Rex. Okay.
Sounds good, man.
You do you. It was fun going on vacation with him.
Yeah, we need to get him back on the podcast.
I know. I look forward to one day being able to like vacation with their family.
I agree.
I think that'll be really fun.
Yeah, where'd you go? Chesapeake.
Probably like Outer Banks or something, somewhere in the Carolinas.
Yeah,
Rent one of those like big houses and like have our family and his family.
that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks.
I mean, that would be amazing, but
Well,
that's all she wrote. Appreciate y'all listening.
yeah, we gotta get back to grinding. We hope everybody has a good rest of the week.
Not that grinding, but maybe that grinding.
Well, maybe that grinding. You never know.
Hey.
Might get lucky tonight. Had a beer. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks everybody for listening. You can check us out at
FreezerMilk.com.
or Instagram.
Freezer Milk Podcast.
Until next week, guys. Thanks.
Don't forget, parenting is a trip. We are all here on the journey with you together. Thanks so much for listening.